Alright guys, welcome back. So in this episode we are going to be building a login and a sign up form in Laravel. So we are going to be manual authenticating using what? Laravel. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new Laravel project. I'm going to come and say Laravel new. I'm going to call this project login, just like that. Then it's going to take a little bit of time. Just give it 2 minutes and it's going to load. Alright guys, it's done. So I'm going to cd into login. So I'm in login. I'm going to open it in my VS Code. Very good. Then I'm going to start the server. Say PHP artisan serve. Very good. So these are all my so I'm live using the Laravel now. I'm going to go to my routes folder. Then I'm going to take this off. I don't really need all this one there. If I refresh it, you can see that it breaks. So I'm going to go to my resources, my views. I'm going to delete the welcome here. Delete. I'm going to create a file called dashboard.blade.php. Should be my dashboard.blade.php. Create login.blade.php. And one more folder, signup.blade.php. Okay, that's good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my env file, my environment file. Then I'm going to set this to 3308 because if I open up my localhost, I'm going to try reconnecting it. Okay, we are in. So let me give this let me name it, let me create a new database called login, or let me just name it dashboard. Yeah, dashboard is okay. So I'll create that dashboard. That's very good. And I'm going to name my database here dashboard. So that's good. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a controller. I'm going to create a controller. I'm going to put a new terminal here. I'm going to name this PHP artisan make controller. I'm going to name this controller login controller. You can name it anything you like a user controller, anything you like. So successfully created. Our controller lives in the app HTTP in the controller here, the login controller. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to display the login and the sign up form. So yeah, I'm going to say, let me just name it sign up for now. I'm going to return a view. It's going to be sign up that. Going to create another one. So there's going to be login. Create a view of login. I'm going to have one more. I'm going to call this dashboard. There's going to return the view of dashboard, like so, like that. So I have here, I have the sign up form here. I'm just going to copy it. Then I'm going to come to the sign up form. Just going to paste that there. And I also have the login form here. Just going to copy that also. Instead of having to code all of this from scratch, which takes a little bit of time. So you can use any framework, Tailwind, Boomer, Bootstrap. I'm using Boomer for this one. I need to copy this link here. That was a mistake. It's a view of word wrap. Okay. So we need to go to our route. I'm going to say use app controller and say login controller. I'm going to create our route here saying get. Let's call this sign up. Say login controller class, named it sign up. I'm going to copy it one more time, paste it down here. I'm going to call this to login. The name of the function is login. I'm going to call this to dashboard. Dashboard. I'm going to give this a name of dashboard, like so. I'm going to give it a name of dashboard. So if you go back now, then let's go to sign up. Now we can see we have our page open. We have our page open. If I go to login, we get login. We're going to work on sign up first. So the first thing we're going to go sign up, we have to validate our forms. So let me close this down. So yeah, I'm going to call this store sign up. Let me stores for now. Yeah, we'll have this error to display our errors. We're going to have email, have an H1, have a message. I'm going to say as text danger. Then here we'll have a name. It's going to be email. Set the value to email. We'll copy this. We'll display it here. So it's going to be username. We'll have a name. It's going to be username. We'll have a value here. It's going to be old. It's going to be username also. Yeah, it's going to be phone. phone. We have the values. Then you're going to have a password. Password. I'm going to have the password there. So the next thing I'm going to do now is we should have a database. So to create a database, we have to migrate our database. So before I migrate, I'm going to come to our database here, database, click on migration. So Laravel comes with a users table built in for us, like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this to username. I'm going to copy it again. I'm going to change this to phone. So we have email, username, phone, and password. We have the email, phone, username, and the password. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do now is going to be very simple. So now I'm going to migrate PHP at the same migrate. So I've migrated it already. If I refresh my database, I'll go to dashboard. Then here you can see, click on users. So now we have the username, phone, email, and the password, like that. And the password like that. Okay, like so. That's okay. So the next thing I'm going to go to my module. Then I'm going to change this name here to username. I'm going to change this here to phone. That is all. Then we are good to go. So I'm going to close that down. I'm going to close that. Then I'm going to go to my sign up there. In my sign up, I have this there. That stores. Very good. Let me close this. I'll go to my route. I'm going to make a new route. Here is going to be posts. Here is going to be what? Stores. It's going to be login controller class. I'm going to make it stores like that. So we're going to go to our controller. Going to come under here and make a function of stores. I'm going to have my request like that. So I'm going to start a validation form. I'm going to start to validate. So I'll say this to validate requests like that. So I'm going to say email is required. Email is required. So say it's unique. Dashboard. So I'm going to say username is required and also unique. Dashboard. So phone, say required also. So the password is also required, like so. So we can try it out now. We can try it out. We can refresh what we have here. Click here. So here we see we've done our what? Our errors. So you see until you fill in the spaces before it works. So the next thing, because of time, let's sign up the user. So I'm going to say, let me call this sign up user. Sign up equals to, I'm going to take the user module class. So create like that, like so. So here we are going to have the email. I have to call this class, import class. We are calling this class here, this user class. Import class. This is the class we're calling. This user class, this fillable. We are calling it what? Here. Okay. So say email, say request to email. This email, I'm talking about this email here, this one here, like that. Then I'll say user name, send to the request of username, talking about phone, talking about the request of phone. Then for the password, we're going to hash the password. We're going to hash the password. So to hash in Laravel is pretty simple. Just need to call it hash. So make request password, not password hash. So we're going to call this class, import the class, so you can see it here. So we've called that, so we are good to go. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to sign in the user permanently. So now we're going to use the global auth. So it's login. I'm going to put sign up. And after that, we're going to make a return redirect, redirecting back to a route called dashboard. The route called dashboard. Then we are good to go. So let's refresh this one. Let me call this to Trump. Let me say Trump May at gmail.com. Username. We say Mayor May. Phone number. Password 1234. Then so we have dashboard. Supposed to be users dashboard. Supposed to be users, not dashboard. Made an error. Supposed to be users, not dashboard. I'm going to refresh that. Then you can see we are in our dashboard. Now, if I go into the dashboard here, just make an HTML like this. Then say the auth to the call authenticated user. And I'm going to say the username. So I'm going to refresh that. So you can see Mayor what? Mayor May. So I'm going to go back now and we're going to work on the login path. We're going to work on the login path. It's very simple. All we have to do is copy what we did here. That's all. Come to the login. Just paste that here. We're going to log in with the email. We're going to say email. Going to set the value to old, we'll say email, come to password, we'll say password, we'll come to the name, say password. So here we are coming to, let me say logins. Let's name this logins. I'm gonna add this there, like that, like so. So we have a button. Very good. So we set this to logins, this action here. So let's create it in our route. So I'll copy this post up here. This post up here. I'll just bring it on top of here. Then I'll set this to logins. Let's give it to logins. Then I'll come to my login controller. Then it's pretty simple. I will just copy all of this because of time. Then bring it down here. Then I'll change this to logins. Like that. I'll cancel what I have here. Take this unique out. So let me try. So I should get an error. I should click. Take that out. Let me set this to, let me say credentials. Okay. So request, validate. I'm going to add this there. So yeah, I'm going to use the auth, attempt, the auth attempt. I'm going to call this class, import class, auto attempts, credentials. Like so. We're going to set the request to a session. We generate I'm going to return redirect to a route called dashboard. So if the login attempt is not correct, we're going to return back with errors of the email. So the inputs are not correct or anything. It doesn't mean anything like that. Say only output of email. Then that is all. So I'm going to take this out of the way. So I'm going to try this. Refresh this. This is gmail.com. Now you can see the inputs are not what's correct. It has to match. It has to match this Trump me. It has to match it like that. Let me go back to my login and see if I have any logins. Oh, It's not firing up, it's not displaying my error. But anyways, so let me add up this here. Let me put in the wrong password so you can see the input and know what's correct. So what I will do is I'll make a sign up again. I'm gonna set this to me@gmail.com. I'll just give it everything, me@gmail.com. I'll give this phone number, any phone number. Let me say Walimi 12. So I'm in the dashboard. So I should go to the login back. Let me input this me here and this one. Then boom, we've logged in. So you guys can create something with this, with all of this, you know. So if you want to, maybe for an example, want to see the phone number of the authenticated user, you can say auth user, then say phone. If you refresh it here, if you make a refresh here, you get to see the phone. You can see the phone start from 5365. If I refresh what I have here, let me close this up. So you can see 53, this is it here. You understand? That's it. If you want to have the email, it's the same thing. You can do auth, or even let me have it. Let me bring the Boomer CDN link. Let me bring it up here. Let me set this to an H1. Set this to class. Saying it's size 2. And I'm have the auth. Say the user, authenticated user. I'm going to say email like that. If you refresh this like that, so you can see me@gmail. So you can see, is this me at what Gmail here? So you can see it there. So you can create something. You can create something dynamic. You can create something very dynamic. You can create something very dynamic. So that is for today episode. In the next episode, I'm going to be building an application in Laravel. So thank you guys. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.